best buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I am so happy that you joined me today. Today we're going to work on a Sepia Floral pocket and tag junk journal piece of ephemera. And a shout out first to Ellen, Maybelline, Joyce, SG, Patty, Nancy, and Ricky. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so here are the little fussy cuts that I did. This is the, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Sepia. Sepia is a reddish-brown color associated particularly with monochromatic photographs of the 19th and early 20th centuries. And it is a tone added to a black and white photograph in the darkroom to warm up the tones. That's the description of the word. And so I took a piece of music paper and I cut this music paper to 10.5 inches long to 4 inches across, and I did the same for the coffee dyed piece of paper. So let's go ahead. I'm going to decide which side do I want. I think I want this side up, so I'm going to put the glue on this side, and then I'll be back and I'll have them both put together already. All right, I have them all put together. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold 1 inch from the bottom. So we're going to fold that up 1 inch. All right, and I'll crease that. Then we're going to fold it up 3.5, somewhere here, 3.5. Then we're going to fold it down 1 inch from the other end, right here. Oops. A little crooked there. Come on now. There we are. And then we're going to fold this down. Now we're going to leave a little space right here. I'm not folding it right up against this. I'll give this a fold. Let me check it for my, yes, that's pretty straight. Got a little piece of glue right there. Wipe that off. I think I'll go ahead and wipe my mat. All right, so now we have our little pocket. It's lined and it's adorable with the music page. We are going to go ahead and put a little notch in the pocket part right here. So I'm going to just measure very quickly the middle so that I will get this notch in the middle. So, oh my, just like that. And I really like it because it's going to be reinforced with the folding. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this part down. All right, I've got that glued down. Oh, can't see it. I've got that glued down, and I've got this end glued down. So now we're looking like this. It's coming right along. I'm going to go ahead and get my gathered twigs and my milled lavender, and I'm going to do this off camera, but first I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my milled lavender. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to put it here and there on top of the book, the music paper, like that. I'm not really edging the edge. I'm going to do that with the gathered twigs, but the milled lavender, I'm just going to put it on top of the music paper. I will do that and I'll show you how that looks. Alrighty, this is how that looks. Oh, it's so yummy, isn't it, guys? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew around the top, down the sides, around, and then I'll show you how that looks. Alright, it's all sewn. It's looking lovely. Let's go ahead and start decorating. Let's get our beautiful pieces of Sepia Floral prints. Now I got these from digitalcollage.com, It's a monthly subscription that you subscribe to, and it is really fun. I love it. And I'm going to go ahead and take my milled lavender, and I'm just going to put it right on the picture and a little bit around. I also have some really pretty butterflies that I thought would look lovely with this, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same with the butterflies as well with the milled lavender. Then I'm also going to take the gathered twigs, and I'm going to go around the outside. All right, that turned out very nice. I love how that looks. Let's decide where we're going to put this. I am thinking possibly we could do maybe something like this. But first I think I'd like to go ahead and put some black thin ribbon right on the edge of this. So I'm going to get my glue, and I'm going to lay this glue down right here on the edge, and we'll get that down. And I'm thinking across the top as well. This is the top, right? Oh, this is the top. You can see this side here, because this has our notch in it. This is what we're going to make our pocket with. I'm going to get this straight. There we are. I'm going to lay this right there. I don't think I'm going to put it right on the edge. It is covering the stitching, but that's all right because the stitching is all the way around. Now, where on earth are my scissors? Here they are. Now I need to put just a little bit of glue right here on this end since that ribbon's there now. Get that on there. You guys, I want to remind you, if you've done your act of kindness this week, to go to the hashtag Cathy Sewing Happiness video, and in the comments tell me, without saying any names, just a brief description of what you did, and I'll put you in the drawing for the Happy Mail. It'll be really fun. There we go. All right, I think that's not quite close enough. There, maybe. My hands aren't very steady right now. Okay, I'm going to cut this one off. Now let's see how this is looking. Ooh, I like that. All right, so back to the floral prints. I think maybe something, well, we can't see it. Something like this maybe with the butterfly here on the top. I do have to remember about the closure. So maybe something like this. Let's go ahead and put that down. I'm going to get my glue page, and let's glue up this fussy cutted piece of floral sepia colored. Woo, that wasn't good. Colored. It's really pretty, isn't it? It'd be beautiful to do a whole junk journal in these colors, wouldn't it? You could even accent it with another color if you wanted. Whew, that would be so pretty. Alrighty. I'm not cutting very straight today. I don't know what the deal is. It's early in the morning, but I've already think I've had a lot of tea. I love some tea. Oh, I do love tea. I'm not a coffee girl, but I love some tea. Alrighty. Now let's see how this is looking. I got glue on my fingers and everything. Ooh, I love it. I love it. All right, so we're going to put the butterfly right here because we're going to put our closure right here. So I think I'll be able to do that right like that. So let's go ahead and put some glue on this beautiful butterfly. Thinking of my closure. There we go. Now I am going to trim, let's see, fold it, I'm going to trim it. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now what else can we add to this? Let's go ahead and grab us some black lace, possibly, and maybe even some coffee dyed piece of fabric, piece of cotton. I need to fray it just a little bit. And then let's see here. How about if we maybe do this? I like that. Let me get my fabric tack and let's get this put down. Just like this. Whoops. Pulling up on me. It's not laying real flat. Let me see if I can get it to lay flat. There we go. I got a piece of butterfly on there. Yes, there we go. That's much nicer. Now we're going to put the lace right over here on this side. Like that. I don't have any on this fabric, I don't think. Get this glued down a little better. Oh yes. What's that string doing? I'm loving it. Now we need a little something something down here. We could put an eye right down here. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and we're going to have to ink it up just a little. I'll do that very quickly here. And let's put this on here. It's just the right color. Oh, that's looking lovely. Oh, goodness gracious, got that everywhere. Now, let's go ahead and put our closure. So what we want to do is we want to get ourselves, I've lost my glue lid, so I'm using a pen. I don't know, it went somewhere. It's the second one I've lost. Okay, we need to get a piece of cardstock and a piece of coffee dyed paper. And I'm thinking this color's good for the inside. And we're going to need to get our hole puncher. Here it is, our circle hole puncher. It's 5/8 inch. And we're going to need to punch one of these out. And then we're going to need to punch two of these out. Okay, so that's what we have there. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of, now let's see, I like the lighter colored coffee dye side. I'm going to put a little bit of pink on here just to kind of blend in a little bit with what we have there now. And I need to glue these together, so I think I'll use the glue stick and put this one with this one and put them together. All right, and then I need to ink around the edge of this one, just like that. I need to find the center of my flap, So the center of my flap is right here. I need to take this and place it there in the center and get my hole punch, that is the small one, or your crocodile if you have one of those, and put a hole, finagle it so it's the holes in the middle. Mine likes to pull back up. There we go. It's in the middle, just like that. Okay, oh, can't see, just like that. Now we're going to get a brad. I have these pretty little gold ones. I'm going to get one of them out. I'm going to place it through, turn it on the opposite side. I'm going to get my bone folder, and after I get these open, I'm going to use my bone folder to help me spread it out. Get it flat. So there we go. We have our beautiful closure. Next, we're going to take this extra piece, the second, speak Cathy, the second coffee dyed hole punch, the circle punch that we punched, and we're going to put a little glue on it, and we're going to take it and we're going to cover up that just to help finish it off a little bit. It just makes a nicer look. We're going to put our string on now. I am going to use some floss, some black floss, and I'm going to make sure I have enough. That's plenty. Okay, it's probably too much, but that's okay. It's better to have too much than not enough, because I've had not enough before. And it was kind of a little bit of a issue. I'm trying to find the center. There's the center. We're going to place it around. I've got glue all over. Let me wipe my hands real quick. Alrighty, I've got the glue off my hands. We're going to take the middle of the twine and we're going to put it right underneath our circle, just like that, right under a circle. And then we're going to tie a knot. Is it lifted up? Okay, I'm going to do another one, tie a knot. Now I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to do a knot on the top now. And what this does is it lifts up that circle so that you're able to get this twine or floss or baker's, whatever you choose to use, you're able to get it underneath there easily. There we are. Now back one more time to the front, so it's hanging down the front side. We're going to do, let me get straight here, I'm going to do another one and one more. Alrighty, now it's lifted up so you'll be able to get your string through it. So here's goes right around, so easy now. Now we're going to put some beads on this, and I have some really pretty black beads that the hole is big enough to put on this floss. Now I am going to string the beads off camera because it might take me a few seconds, but I'll come back and I'll show you how I tie my knots and what I do to the end of the knot, and I will show you that in just a second. All right, I have my beads on my twine. I went ahead and finished this one. So here we are with the 3 beads on the twine, and I'm going to put the knot at the base first. So I just do it 3 times because I don't want it to fall off. Don't want those beads to fall off. So I'm going to put a nice size knot right kind of on top of itself. So 3 knots on top of itself. Like that. Now put the beads down by that knot. Don't really push it. And then tie a knot on top of the beads. So putting that knot on top of the beads. I'm hoping you're being able to see this. So the knot is on top. I'm going to do it one more time. And have it be right on top. Get back down there where that knot is. There we go, just like that. I hope you can see that. Looks like that. So it's a knot, 3 beads, and a big knot. Then we're just going to snip the bottom. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and first, before I show you what I do to the end of that, we're going to glue this shut. I'm not going to sew it again because we've already sewed it once. So if you put your glue on the side that has the thumb notch, then it will be perfectly placed to push it up, to fold it, and then it will glue your pocket, make you a pocket, just like that. I am going to add a few of these little tiny clips just to hold it firmly in place. We need to make our tag that goes inside of our little pocket. Whoops, got something extra there going on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close it like this, so it's closed. And we're going to put a few little pearls right down there on the coffee dyed piece of fabric. I'd like to put 3 little pearls down there, maybe 4. See what it looks like. And I'd like to put one right here on the butterfly's body. So I'm going to get my pin and I'm going to put our pearls down. There we go. I need a little more glue on my, 3 is nice. And one right here. Now we're going to get our glue again, and I am going to undo this because I don't want it to get stuck to the pocket. And I'm going to put glue on the last knot. This way the knot stays knotted, because over time when you use this pocket and you undo it, you do it, and you clip it, and you undo it, over and over again, these knots will come undone. Eventually they'll work themselves out. So if you put glue on the end, then you're good to go. Boy, is that turning into a glob on the end of there. Okay, let's make our tag that goes inside of our beautiful, beautiful pocket. I'm going to set this over on the side. Hopefully it doesn't stick to itself. All right, I've got that set aside. It's going to be drying, and by the time we finish our little tag, we can put it all together. So this tag is 4 by 3, and I'm going to make a sandwich like we did before. Which side? I think I'd like this side. And I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm going to put the milled lavender on the music part of the page. I'm going to do the gathered twigs around the edge, and I'm going to sew it with the sewing machine, and then I'll be back. All right, we've got our little journaling card. It has been inked and it's been sewn, and now we're ready to decorate. So let's go ahead and carry that theme out, and let's put a piece of ribbon right there on the edge, and maybe again on the top or the bottom. Top or the bottom, it really doesn't matter, I don't think, at this point. We're just carrying that same theme out that we had on the front. Well, let's get this a little straighter. It's a little better. Now we're just going to trim it. Whoa, don't trim into that. Now let's put another. Good heavens, this glue and me, everything's going everywhere. Getting glue everywhere. Okay, I think I'll set that up over here for just now. Glue on the table. Alrighty. Let's get this down. I want it right there. Just like that. Oh, it's looking good already with just some black ribbon on it. There we go. Now we've got our beautiful Sepia Floral, and once again we're going to put some pink on it. Milled lavender. It's not pink, sorry. It looks pink to me, but it's called milled lavender. It is kind of lavender when you look at it here. That looks kind of lavendery. Once you put it on the paper, it looks pretty pink. It's beautiful. Whatever they want to call it, it's beautiful. And we're going to just ink it up around the edges just a little bit. Do this quickly here. And we're going to pick another butterfly. We've got this beautiful butterfly, which is lavender. We've got a tinier one right here, which is blue. That's pretty too. And we have another blue one. I think it's just a tad different. It might be a tad bigger too. Yeah, it's got some black outline. I actually kind of like this one. I know it's a little bigger, but I do like it. So let's go ahead and do the same thing to this one. I don't want to rip his little antennas off. I must be careful. Oops, come back here. Alrighty, now a little bit of gathered twigs on the edge. Oh, beautiful look, beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, put those back. Now, exactly what do we want to do? We want this on the bottom, we want it on the top. Do we want this over here like this maybe, with this up here? Can you see that? And then maybe we can put our lace in it. Okay, let's do it this way. I kind of like how that's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on our, I need to find my glue pad. Alrighty, I found one. So let's go ahead and put our glue down on our beautiful flower. And I think I'd like it tipped a little bit, maybe like this. That's very nice. And I think we'll just go ahead and glue the butterfly on, and then we'll turn it over and trim it. I think I want him like that. Okay, now I need to trim him so we can see where we're at in our design. Oh, I love it. I just love it. Okay, I think I'd like to see a little bit of black lace there, and we'll go ahead and get a little piece of our coffee dyed fabric. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is Ricky Lou, the parakeet, screaming for some reason. I don't know why he's screaming, but he does that periodically. Okay, I think I'm going to put it down here in this spot that doesn't have much on it, and then put some glue on here. Move it over just a bit. Guess I need to be over here for y'all so you can see a little better. Get this glued down just like that. This part isn't glued very well. We need more glue right here. Oh yeah, that's better. Now, how about if we put this little fellow down here? Is that way too much? No, not really. Let's ink him. And it's kind of big, but we can pull him off to the side a little bit. Okay, let's put him there. He is a little big, but I think he'll be all right. I'll put him right there like that. Now let's turn this over and trim. Oh, you guys, I think it looks great. Now, how are we doing over here? We've got our beautiful beads. I'm going to take our clips off. You guys, if you've enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed making it, please subscribe and like and leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. All right, so let's put this in. Okay guys, I had to trim it just a tad to get it in there. I think our glue seeped over on the edges a little bit on the inside and made it small, the pocket. Oh, you guys, I love it. I hope you love it too. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.